The VD server is used for the automation of supply processes and also for quality assurance. It is a link between the Traffic Engineering Workstation, VIP, and the Traffic Light Controller, TLC, and implements the so-called continuous supply chain, according to the OCIT standard. The VD server implements the OCIT interface and supports necessary methods and objects for supply activities. So that traffic engineering tool shall communicate with VD server via OCIT interface and utilizes parts of the OCIT protocol for supply activities. For each OCIT method, traffic engineering client sends an HTTP request to the server which contains OCIT objects, for example signal programs or TA parameters. In addition, the VD server has its own database for storing version supply and planning data for supporting the consistency of the distributed data within the various subsystems. VIP tools shall communicate with VD server via OCIT interface and utilize part of the OCIT protocol for supply activities. Here is an example of how the traffic engineering tool Yutraffic Office sends supply data to the traffic light controller via VD server. After selecting the intersection configuration and VD server connection, the user can select which data block for transferring the supply data and schedule for activating the supply data. Consistency of supply data can be verified by reading back OCIT checksums from the traffic light controller. Additionally, the proper transfer of configuration data can be verified in the web UI of VD server. For direct user interaction, VD server provides a web UI interface. The user can manage the list of traffic light controllers and monitor all transactions and supply data transfer via VD server. Especially, the user can transfer the supply data as XML file to a certain controller via the web UI. VD server dashboard gives a current summary relating to supply data exchanging in the system. The dashboard data is updated event-based. There are 5 main components. On the controller page, the end user can manage the list of controllers in the VD server system. From the beginning, the admin needs to go to this page to import or add a new controller that VD server needs to work. All normal users will go to this page to check the current active supply data from a specific controller or do the object exclusion configuration. On the transaction page, the user can monitor all transactions in the VD server system. As always, the user can go to this page to monitor the status of the transaction at the Transaction tab. When pushing supply data to server, it will create a transaction and then user can see if it is completed or if it throws an error. In case the user does not select sending and activating the supply data, when transferring the supply data to the controller, the user must activate the process manually. In the case of errors happening or if the user wants to abort a transaction, there is a reset button. On this page, the user can manage all the supply data that has been transferred to the controller through the VD server and view the details of that supply data. In addition, other functions that we can do are re-transfer an existing supply data version to the controller or export the supply data and the associated planning data to the local directory. Planning data which are considered as reference files. The VD server system allows importing all those files. These data must be compressed into a zip file. Activities page displays all user activities in the VD system that are related to the controller management, transferring the supply data, or importing the planning data. Users will receive and monitor notifications about the status, result of their actions on the VD server system.